Meet Scoot Henderson, the electrifying prospect that you probably just heard of, due to the awesome battle between the two top prospects of the NBA 2023 draft class. So I recently made a video on Victor Wembanyama, who in most scout eyes, without questioning, the 2023 NBA draft #1 pick. Victor's enticing style of play and overt height has seemed to overshadow the entire 2023 draft class, Scoot Henderson included. Now, Scoot is an elite level point guard and one of the best league guard prospects to come along in years. He's far from a perfect prospect and clearly isn't a finished product by a long stretch, but he has elite physical tools and the ability to take over games, even as a teenager playing against grown men. Scoot is rock solid and explosive athlete with broad shoulders, a strong frame, and a marvelous above the rim abilities. He got all the size and quickness you look for in a high level NBA point guard, plus long arms and the ability to absorb contact. He's a creative finisher who's at his best when driving hard to the rim and scoring in the paint. Due to his athleticism, he's a prominent force in transition as well. Scoot is one of the rare athletes that make other athletes look absolutely normal. Like a John Morant, prime D Rose, prime Russell Westbrook type of athleticism. And no, I'm not comparing their games, just their athleticism. Okay? The speed, size, and explosiveness jump out immediately when watching him play. While Scoot is turning on the jets and playing at a high speed, he makes pretty good decisions with the ball most of the time, which is exceedingly rare for a young player. Something Scoot likes to do when driving the ball is pick up the ball when driving in traffic. Nothing too crazy, but it shows you the potent capabilities of Scoot's awareness and his keen ability to take care of the ball, which is imperative when driving in such congested traffic. He overtly throws in a Euro step at times when picking up the ball to get to his destination. Another aspect of his game you will notice when watching Scoot play is he's pretty hard to get knocked off his driving lanes. Obviously, like I stated earlier, his broad shoulders definitely help with that, along with the velocity and body strength. He's just a complete force when driving to the rim. Scoot's first step also sticks out vividly when watching him play, whether it's from a simple hezzy cross and then exploded to the rim, or changing directions while attacking, or even the simple blow-by. Pressing him clearly isn't the smartest thing a defender could do. Mid-range shooting or shooting in general is something that normally takes an athletic freak like Scoot quite a while to develop, but Scoot seems to already be consistent from there. He shot 46% from the short mid-range area last season. He clearly is effective from there, especially coming off a pick and roll situation. In fact, 28% of his play types was as a pick and roll handler last season, and he was pretty effective at 1.04 points per possession. For as explosive as Scoot is, he's pretty patient in the pick and roll. Coming out with his pick and roll, he reads the defense immediately, gives a slight hesitant to freeze Kuminga, who's slightly playing off of him, and pulls up for the mid-range jumper. Scoot shot 48.6% on pull-up mid-range jumpers last season. Now with Scoot being pretty solid in the mid-range area, an area where Scoot can improve on is in between 5 to 15 feet from the basket. He shot 35% from that area. Now he's going to make this shot off a tough fade. However, I think if he add a consistent floater to his arsenal, that would make his life significantly easier when operating in that area. Another area Scoot can ameliorate to take his game to the next level is his three-point shooting. Scoot shot 20% from the three-point line overall on 2.4 attempts per game. He shot a bit worse on catch-and-shoot three-pointers. He only shot 17%, which isn't going to cut it, because I genuinely think Scoot is one of those guys that a team give the keys to the offense and let him operate. However, even those guys have to play a little off-ball basketball at times. Obviously, by the percentages, Scoot is a better off-the-bounce shooter than opposed to catch-and-shoot shooter. Developing a more efficient three-pointer would definitely open up his game more, and would make the game totally easier for him. That's his only vice in this game in my opinion. His playmaking is pretty exceptional as well. His passing reads is on point, especially coming out those screens. His defense is also pretty solid. He isn't going to shut anybody down with his ferocious on-ball pressure. However, with his lifted wingspan, he plays the passing lane really well. He is also exceedingly surreptitious with his hands. His ability to reach his hands into the pockets of driving opponents and snatch the ball away is top tier. As you can see on this play right here, he just effortlessly rips the ball away. Overall, Scoot Henderson is one of the best point guard prospects that we've seen in a while. And if it wasn't for Victor, Scoot would be getting a lot more recognition in my opinion. I think he is, without questioning, the second best prospect on the planet, and any team that take him would be getting a very skillful young talent. But let me know what you think down below. Make sure you like. Also make sure to subscribe if you're into this type of content. See you next video.